Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. We're back to Cooking with Some Friends, and my new friend is brand new. My daughter-in-law Taylor. She's married to my son Brian, and when we were talking about doing these videos, she's going, "Okay, what am I doing?" But she's kind of my technical advisor too. So once you get over 60, some of the technology is difficult for you, but
you get it.
But we decided it'd be kind of fun because it's kind of the rage to do charcuterie boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there are so many different options, and so she told me let's just do a traditional one, and we got the stuff. So I'm gonna leave it to her to tell you how to do this, but the sky's the limit on what you can do, pretty much. Okay,
absolutely.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Thanks, Tracy. So yeah, today we're gonna do just some traditional charcuterie boards. We went ahead and actually did two here because we have a lot of stuff. So we're just gonna mix them up. So today we're gonna be doing meat, cheeses, fruits, pickles, jam, honey, that kind of thing. But like you said, you can do really any combination of things. You can make it your own. You can use any meats that you like, cheeses you like, but then even I've seen bagel charcuterie boards or waffle charcuterie boards or build your own chicken salad. Tracy was just telling me there's literally so many things if you go on Pinterest or on Google or any of those things.
And didn't you have a family thing where
Yep.
everybody brought?
Yeah, charcuterie board. So we just did. So we had like a dessert board, and we had like more of a crudité, so just vegetables, and we had a fruit board, and then we had the meat. So it was fun to kind of see all the different ones, and I really like charcuterie boards because I'm a visual person, and so I just think they're really pretty. I like to make them look all cutesy before you eat them, and everybody's like, I just want to eat it, but I'm like, let me take a picture first. So I'm excited to have this on video, and we'll get to kind of show you how I do it.
And your boards don't have to be fancy. The
No.
board itself.
Yeah.
This is an old cutting board Ron made me like years and years ago, and needs a new finish on it really, but it's just a plain cutting board. So you could use that. You can buy a regular board. One of my sons helped me take a live edge board, put Allen in the middle of it. We stained it with coffee and then put some mineral oil on it. Weren't those knobs cute?
They are so
I
cute.
found those at Hobby Lobby, so I kind of went with it. So, but you can use anything. You could even, I'm assuming, put it on a regular cutting board.
Absolutely. Or a cookie sheet or whatever you need. But yeah, so that's part of the fun is you can get all kinds of different boards as well. You can make it your own, or you can just put it on a cookie sheet. You can't see the board anyway at the end. So, so we'll go ahead and get started here. So, like I said, we just kind of have a big array of different things. Lots of different types of cheeses. So what we have, just to give you an example, we have Gouda, pepper jack. We've got, that's another thing of pepper jack. We've got cheddar, provolone. For meats, these are kind of the ones that are old standby. You've got prosciutto and Coppa Italiana. I don't really know what they all mean, but capicola.
Yes, it's the same.
Okay. Pepperoni, and then we have salami. So these are kind of your most typical Italian meats that I see on these a lot, but again, you can do it with anything. Then we've also just got a few different kinds of crackers, chips. So you've got like bagel chips, butter crisps, some Triscuits. So again, it's all about your own taste. What do you like? And then we have a few green apples. We'll probably just cut one up and kind of spread it throughout. We have some green and red grapes. Tracy makes the best sweet pickles in the world, so we have some of her sweet pickles.
Ron's mom's recipe, she was amazing.
Well, they're literally the only sweet pickles that I will eat, so I love them. And then she got this awesome holiday jam, which this one is orange liqueur and pears, cranberries, and raspberries. So super excited to try this. Again, you can use anything you like. And then I always really like honey on the charcuterie board as well. It's something fun to be able to dip or drizzle on things. And then this is a fun kind of random thing, but stroop waffles, these are really great, especially if you're going to do like a full dessert charcuterie board. But these are great to have on any of them. It's caramel, crispy waffles together.
And you can find them at Walmart.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Walmart, Aldi, all kinds of places. So that's just kind of, again, an idea of what you can use. You can make it completely your own. So how I like to start is when you have these more wet ingredients, I like to lay out where they're going to be first because they are actually going to need like some kind of container to put them in. So I'm thinking on this board, the larger one, we put 2. And then on the smaller board, maybe we'll just do one. And so again, it's just, you can totally move things around as you go, and you're like, oh, I kind of want this here. But I like to kind of put them closer to the edges so that you don't have a lot of stuff hanging around extra. You just want to make sure that you don't have anything falling off, especially if you're going to be moving the board, so that is something to be thinking about. But I think that what we'll do, and I like to leave those empty until closer to the end, just so that if you need to move them, you don't have a big mess. But I
would struggle some. I like symmetry.
I know,
and it's hard for me.
They are very not symmetrical. Most charcuterie boards are not going to be symmetrical, and that's kind of part of the fun. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
I know,
you can make it symmetrical.
Well, it wouldn't be as pretty.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. So I'm thinking probably what we'll do is we'll do honey and pickles on this one, and then the jam here is what I'm thinking, just so we all know. So I'm going to put those there, and then again, as we go, if we decide we need to move it, we can. So while we're getting through this, Tracy, do you want to cut up one?
I can do that. Not peeled?
No, not peeled. I mean, I guess, again, personal preference. I like
just
peeled.
Sliced?
Yep. Just thin? Like you were gonna eat it.
Not chunked?
Not chunked, I guess, just normal apple slices. I don't really know what the word is. Not flat slices. You don't want circles. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do, Brian, my husband, really likes pepper jack cheese. What's your favorite kind of cheese? Do you like spicy?
I do, but I love Gouda, and I like provolone, and it's pretty bland, really. It's.
Oh, I think it's better than like a regular cheddar.
So, like this?
Yes, just like that. Yep, perfect. The 10-month-old may make another appearance or try to. She's on her way. But, yeah, Brian always likes, if he's gonna pick, he goes with pepper jack. So I kind of try to make up, so like for instance, the slice I'm tearing into 4 pieces, just so it's a little more bite-sized, so people can grab some. And then I'm just making a little line of pepper jack cheese in one area. Things can overlap on a charcuterie board, run into each other. You can have 2 different sections, so maybe you really like pepper jack and you want a little bit of it over here, and then you're gonna put a little bit over it there. Again, there's really no rhyme or reason. It's not a true recipe. It's just kind of a way to get you a springboard for ideas here.
Just one apple, or you want
Let's just do one for now.
Okay.
I really like the combination of apple and Gouda with a little honey on it. It's so good. Everybody always thinks it's a little crazy when they see honey on charcuterie boards. If you haven't tried one before, they're like, why would you need that? And then they try it and they're like, oh, that's really good. So I encourage you to give that a try. So I'm going to make that little section there, a little bit of pepper jack. And then, again, there's not really a order that I like to do. I like to try to make sure, especially meat and cheese are kind of the star of the show, especially if you're doing it as more of a meal replacement. I know, like, for instance, we do this on the 23rd, so the day before Christmas Eve. We'll do this when we always watch It's a Wonderful Life and have a charcuterie board and some wine. We did it on New Year's Eve, so that's fun too. Just kind of a fun way. So again, just kind of ripping these. And then I'm going to pick this over here. So have you ever had one before? Like ever sat and eaten a charcuterie board?
Well, we came to your house one day.
And, we
had one.
Yeah, there we go.
And it was really good. I like the variety. It's just I'm used to, like
a full
I said,
meal.
Yeah, and symmetry.
And symmetry, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And yeah, like I said, you can make these as like filling as you want, or as casual as you want. You can do all kinds of things. So this right here, so what I have on the board right now is the pepper jack and the Gouda. And then I've got some of this salami. I'm just going to lay out here. And again, you can do all kinds of different things. So some people I've seen do more of like a roll up, and then you like stand it around one of your. Now, obviously, it works better if you have something up against it also. But so what I might do is I might roll these and then lay it next to the cheese here. And then as we go, it will kind of hold itself together. And then Brian did a trick that I'll do here in just a minute. But you can actually make a flour, maybe. You can make a flour out of some of the meat as well, which is fun, by using just a glass. So we do that too. Baby giggles in the background. I don't know if they'll hear it or not. Alright, and then I'm going to do a few more of these. Oh, that's a double. Stay. Whatever, that's the chili that I'm smelling, huh?
Yep.
Chili. From the earlier video, the
Yep.
beanless chili. Make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, it smells great.
That and the tenderloins are in the oven.
Oh yeah, well, who knows what I'm smelling?
Yeah.
It smells great.
Yeah.
There's lots of good smells around here.
I asked her if she was going to put jalapenos on her board.
This is the first non-jalapeno video.
since we did a couple other videos while I have them as my captive audience.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put some crackers here to help hold. Which kind, Tracy, you think?
I like cracked pepper, but or I like bagel chips too. I don't know. You decide between those two.
Alright, I'm going to go bagel chips for here.
Come on, muscles.
I think I just popped the bottom, maybe, instead of the top. And again, you just kind of go with what you feel on amounts and locations. So we're going to make the bagels here kind of go along the meat. Yeah, we're trying to get a good mixture of stuff on here. So we'll do that.
What's really nice with that is then when you see this, whatever you like,
absolutely,
you take that and not have to just, and you don't have to feel bad about not eating what they put in front of you.
That's right. That's right. So I'm just going to put the green apple here next to the Gouda. Uh-oh. Something's upset. The 3-year-old. Like I said, lots of kiddos around. So maybe we'll do, I might wait on that. We might throw a few more around. Maybe we'll go over here. Because I know we have grapes too that want to be part of the party.
So you're adding some of my symmetry there by balancing it?
Yeah, sure, some balance.
It's actually kind of asymmetrical, but it's got balance to it.
It has some balance. Maybe we'll do grapes on the other board. We'll do a split here. Example. This will be spicy and apple. Okay, so let's see. We've got 2 types of cheese. We only have 1 type of meat, so I'd say we probably want to do another type of meat. So one of the really popular ones to do is prosciutto, which can be a little pricey sometimes. So you really got to decide kind of what you're going for.
Really, anything at the grocery store right now is super
That's
pricey.
True.
So and you're right, it is.
You just have to kind of decide. Can I get it open?
I know. Yeah, you did great.
So you have to decide what you like and what your favorites are. This one I really like to kind of put. This is really going to bother your symmetry. But kind of. So as you can see, prosciutto is really thin. It's like, it's like fancy bacon, right? And this is smoked, so this is all cooked, obviously, but it's your smoked meats, and so you just kind of like crumple it around, especially like around a ramekin, and then you can just kind of, because it'll come apart in pieces. So most people probably aren't going to be grabbing an entire chunk of prosciutto, so you can kind of rip it up and then place it around. Obviously, you want to wash your hands right before. We have clean hands here, especially if you're touching everybody's food. You can use gloves if you want to.
If I were making this for a professional event, maybe, but when you're talking about friends and family, it's, like you said, as long as you wash your hands, you've got it, so.
So just kind of making this into a generous pile here. I feel like that's like one of the keys to charcuterie is you want it to make it look overflowing. Like you want it to look really...
Well, that way, if I decided I wanted to take a piece of a certain kind of cheese or whatever, I'm not feeling like I'm...
You're taking the only piece?
Yeah, taking the only piece from somebody.
That's all that's left, yep. This feels like thick prosciutto, too. It's really yummy. Prosciutto
kind
might
of
be
leathery, almost.
Prosciutto might be one of my favorite
really?
parts of... You know, not your favorite.
It's not my favorite. It's alright. It's just not my favorite.
But you like bacon, right?
I love bacon.
I am gonna give my hands a quick rinse because
So I said
that bacon is, or that prosciutto is very greasy.
And I said bacon makes everything better. There's house right in front of you.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, so now we have 2 meats, 2 cheeses. So I'd say we probably grab another cheese and then maybe one more meat, and then we get some more crackers on here. So Tracy said she likes provolone. This.
Yeah.
Like I said, you have enough to make quite a few charcuterie,
Yeah.
which is fun. Or great sandwiches.
Yeah, great sandwiches. I love grilled cheese sandwiches using provolone. And really provolone and pepper jack together.
That's good. I like Munster as well.
I do too. It melts really good.
So again, just ripping them into a little bit smaller pieces because a whole slice, you know, might feel like too much. Right. It might feel like too much. It might not. It just depends on what you're feeling. You can always grab more than one.
That's right.
More than one of the ripped pieces. So I know I'm kind of focusing on one board here. I'll have to do a mix. We'll go to the second board as well. We've got all kinds of options. So this one I'm actually going to go over. I'm actually making this a little more symmetrical probably.
Yeah, it's helping my sense of balance. It really is.
Maybe I'm doing it subconsciously for you. Okay.
I can't believe the weather we're having right now in
It is very nice.
Northwest here. Missouri. It's not typically, what, maybe 50 degrees, 50 something, and
okay. So I'd say that's a good mix there. I'll put some of the ones that I've used back here so I know what I've already done. Alright, and I think we might try to do our flour.
okay.
Let's see what we can do. Now, like I said,
I'm looking forward to this.
I have never done this. Brian did this once for a board, but it's really not, from what I've seen, it's not too bad. So you want something like this that's a good circular, a little bit thinner. I'm going to try to find one that aren't ripped. Here we go.
Yeah.
So you just take it and you just have a glass, a circle with an open mouth glass here, and then we just fold it, and then you're just going to kind of overlap.
Can you see that?
I don't know. I wonder if I should come check our view here. So hopefully you can see this. That we have here. Okay. So I'm just overlapping it one at a time here. So now we have our first kind of round. So then we go back again. It's one of those that you don't know what it's going to look like till you unveil it.
You know what? Flowers are beautiful no matter.
You're telling me that my
and that one's gonna smell good, not like we would normally say a flower should smell, but
yeah, smell like pepperoni.
Yeah,
why not?
pepperoni
Yeah, so
flour.
that's what this is. This is pepperoni. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah.
You could do it with salami. You could do it with anything. Again, like I said, you just kind of depends on the size that you're looking for. I don't know how tight they need to be. Brian's back in the back of the house with the kiddos. Sounds like. I'm planning to put it right here. And if it's too large, I'll put it on the other one.
There you go. I really like the idea of the dessert one.
That was one of the most fun ones to make because you have so many options. We did Nutella as one of the dips. And then, yeah, we had the Stroop waffles on there. We had some cheesecake bites. Really, you can do. It doesn't have to be like more raw type ingredients. It can be already prepared things that you're just placing on the board. All right, so let's see. Yeah, it's gonna work. So then when you unveil it,
that looks nice.
it looks like a rose, I guess, would probably be the flower here that we're looking at. And then again, you just kind of place it. Oh, part of my bottom dropped out here, but that's okay because I didn't put it on a flat surface. But still, you get the general idea. We'll have to do an overhead shot of it at the end here.
Looks good.
So, okay. Awesome. So now we've got, I feel like this part of the board looks pretty full.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of squish things around so you don't see a lot of open spaces. So we need one more thing here. I'd say we need some more crackers because we've only got one kind of set. So let's do these Triscuits. And you try to think about colors. So like the greens and the reds, you want to spread colors throughout. And our jam, I know, is like a red, deeper red, so that'll be a really great color as well. So it's nice to kind of have a mixture of things throughout your board. So again, there's not really any.
It'd be kind of interesting to pick one even basket dinners or.
Oh yeah,
anything.
yeah, great potluck.
Yeah.
That would be great. Especially because you can feed a pretty large crowd, especially
Right.
if you're with, if you've got a few people bringing a board.
Right.
It's a good mixture.
Mm-hmm.
So then for this board, say we're pretty well
right.
filled up. But then, like I said, this is that holiday jam. Tracy found you could do anything. I've seen a lot of raspberry preserves, peach preserves.
You got it. I was going to show you a little trick, but I didn't need to.
Uh-oh.
No, you're fine.
What was the... Usually I do struggle with those.
Oh.
So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time so you don't get huge clumps, like the jams sometimes do. Oh my, that smells wonderful.
Does it?
Yeah, it smells really good.
I was just curious. Hy-Vee has a section that they have jams and stuff, and they had wild blueberry and pear champagne, and there were some interesting ones.
So that is kind of one board.
That one looks nice.
Complete here. So, and again, then what I like to do is I like to have all of my boxes of stuff because obviously, you didn't use all of anything.
Mm-hmm.
But as you go throughout the night, you realize, oh man, those Triscuits are really popular.
Right.
You can just refill. You can add more as you need to, or if nobody's eating the pepperoni flour, you take the pepperoni flour off and you fill it with what they are eating. So, kind of a fun, different way to have party food.
Nice.
You want to go on to the next one?
Go on to the next one.
All right.
We'll do
Do
them
you
both
wanna
and
have-
then we'll show.
Let's have some. What are you thinking now that you've seen one?
No, I'm not doing. I'm not
She says
brave.
no.
Okay,
Okay, here let's move this one.
Okay.
Maybe. Do you mind?
I'm gonna set this one right up here so
Okay.
it's still where they can see
Indeed.
it.
Yes. Okay. All right. So this one, we're gonna have 2 ramekins here, and I'm thinking we'll do some grapes right here in the corner. I'm thinking it out in my mind again. You can always move things around. That last one worked out to where I didn't have to move too much around. But you like red or green grapes?
I like them both.
I do too. I like red better though. So I'm gonna go red, and then I'll do. Yeah, that'll be great because we'll have the red grapes with the green pickles right next to it. Isn't the biggest fan of pickles. He eats some of them, but not like those sweet pickles. I could sit down and eat the whole jar.
Yeah, it's funny. I have one of my brother-in-laws. He's like, "Can you bring me another jar of pickles?" And it's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." It's
funny.
But one of you girls doesn't like them.
Well, it's not me, and I really don't like any other pickles, like at all. Sweet pickles, those ones that you make are good. And I tried to get. I didn't have any of yours. I tried. Just grabbed some. I was sadly disappointed.
I need to show Brian how to make them, but it's time consuming.
And he's probably like, I don't even like them, so.
Yeah, so why would I do that?
Why would I do that? Alright, so let's try one of these newer. So we got, this is the Capicola. So again, it's a little bit thinner, like a prosciutto. So I'll probably treat it a little bit more like the same style. You can make really great sandwiches with this too if you have leftovers.
There you go, with your grilled cheese.
Oh man, that would be so good. So yeah, kind of fold it.
Yeah, this works up even better than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that prosciutto
was thicker.
Yeah, and that's going to be delicious to eat,
Yeah.
but it's a little easier to manipulate if it's a little thinner. Because then you can give some height to your board. Grapes are great for that as well. Meats like this that kind of stack a little bit more. Because you just want to have a little bit of variety on all the different things. So I'm going to go around those little door knobs are super cute.
You know, when I was looking for someone who made the tray, I'm going, I don't want. And then I saw these that look like they have a live edge as well. So
that's perfect. I'm gonna go out here. Okay, and out to the edge. So that's good for that. Then we haven't done any cheddar yet. We'll have to go back in. I'm opening all of your different cheeses.
Hey,
here.
that's fine. That's what they're there for. So you have cheddar?
So this is cheddar. Yeah, so I'm going to add that. Again, I'm just thinking about color. So I'm thinking green pickles, got the red grapes, I have a little yellow cheese here. And as I'm looking at this, I feel like I need a little more height at this piece of the cheese. So I'm just going to kind of tuck under a little bit more. And again, you can finagle things around however you'd like. But then I feel like that looks a little better. Okay. I know we haven't done the green grapes yet. And so over here I'm planning to put honey. So I think the green grapes, and then got a little symmetry. Red and green grapes on the edges. Maybe, hold on. Yeah, some maybe kitchen shears so I could chop them a little bit easier here.
I have out. I'm struggling. Where are you with the knife?
There we go. Well, we'll find out, won't we?
I guess I have my other knife right here that
I will say I was worried. I didn't want to do anything that required me to actually cook because I sometimes am not the greatest. So I'm looking forward to watching these videos and learning some tricks here so I don't have a little more confidence in the kitchen. That's what I
Well, and it helps that you have a husband who enjoys
I have a husband
cooking.
who likes to cook and he's very good at it.
Yes,
so
he is.
I'm like, score.
Yeah,
Worked out for me. So here we have these butter crisp. I love a good butter cracker.
I do too.
There's just something about it. And then we can mix in some of these other things. I gotta make sure we get our stroop waffles on here.
Oh, I know. I was just really interested after you said that about those. I had never heard of them before. And it's like a Danish.
Yeah, I think it's
Scandinavian type.
Crispy but super sweet. Very
it has
fun.
caramel in the middle of it. What was interesting to me is they had on it to, like, if you have your hot cup of coffee in the morning.
Ooh, dip it in?
No, to set it on top.
Oh.
The heat from your coffee would actually melt that caramel some.
Oh wow.
And then heat up the waffle part of it, and that would be really good.
That does sound wonderful. All right, here. So let's say I'm just looking at colors. So I feel like I need another. I don't want to do another meat right against it, so I'm going to do another cheese. So let's do a little more provolone, I think.
We have plenty.
Yeah. And it's a little bit of a different color.
Yeah.
And you can do, I mean, I've seen all kinds of different folds of cheeses. You can make them into triangles here. You can also use like brick cheese, block cheese, and just cut it yourself. And then you can kind of have different looks. But really, I mean, this is just so convenient. Yeah. And then you can use.
Well, and you could even use like a brie or a soft cheese as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, there's a baked brie recipe that has like some pecans and honey on top. Ooh, very good. I do like that. I'm not a huge fan of like a stinky cheese.
I'm not either.
But some people really like that, so that would of course be a great option as well.
I'm not even crazy about real strong cheeses, like a sharp or a super sharp cheddar.
Not your favorite?
No.
So I'm gonna go a little bit more here, and then I want to break up these cheeses with maybe another cracker or something, or meat, maybe a meat. Like that. Just kind of as I go, I say, what color do we need over here? So let's do a brighter red, a little more pepperoni. You gonna have people come over tonight? What are we gonna do with all these?
I don't know. We've got all this food now today that
we're gonna have to have a little friendly get together.
Yeah. And it was kind of funny because I said Josh wanted to see his cousins, and I said, well, maybe if we get done on time and Grandpa gets home, we could go grab some supper somewhere.
I think we should grab supper here.
Yeah, and we just prepared all this stuff.
That's funny. Yeah, because everybody lives pretty close around. Be fun. Well, I think we're getting there on this one.
You ready for your waffles, huh?
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna put the waffles right here. Because it can be a good mix of sweet and savory. I mean, with the fruit, you kind of get great, and then having honey on the board, you can kind of mix anything. Drizzle a little honey on it, becomes sweet and savory. So, which we were just saying, that's one of our favorite things.
Yeah.
I gotta not going to worry about it too much. Okay. Do you want to go ahead and open that and let me rinse my hands off again? So.
Well, my sister and I, when we were in St. Joe, I was looking for these.
I
And
don't ever found them at Aldi, so I'm impressed that you got them.
yeah, Walmart had them, and I was just really shocked because you had said Aldi's. But anyway, when she and I were out, we had never heard of them. So there's one in here that we tore pieces off from and give it a try. Yeah,
I love that. I love that. All right, so we'll put our stroop waffle here. Pretty large, so I'm just gonna layer them, and then we'll do maybe. What now? Let's be creative here. I'm thinking actually I'm gonna go this direction. It's a different enough color from our butter crackers that I think it's okay. And of course you can have the same color touching. I have that here. Just kind of a mixture of whatever's the most aesthetically pleasing to you. And again, you kind of move things around. There, I think that looks pretty good. So we need one more something right here. So let's do a twist up of pepper jack and salami, maybe.
I do have some Colby Jack like string cheese type things.
Yeah,
that
you could do that. I've done that before.
You could cut them up into
you
chunks and.
You can do any. You can do any combination. But we did that. We wrapped some like mozzarella string cheese that we had sliced up a little bit, and then did that with prosciutto. And it was really, really good.
Yeah, I like prosciutto.
So we got pepper jack on the outside.
That's really thinly sliced.
It is very thinly sliced, which is great for a charcuterie board.
Yes.
So then we'll do a mix. Again, it's really whatever your flavors, whatever you like the most, is what we go with. And then this one we're maybe a little lighter on crackers, so again, I would just have all of that kind of as backup to refill as you need, and you're ready to rock. But I think our last thing that we'll need to do here is fill our ramekins. Ooh, somebody's got fun out there.
Yeah. Yeah, the weather, like I said, is perfect for it. That hasn't been opened yet.
Okay, you want to get that off there? Because I'm notoriously bad at that.
Oh, this one was easy.
Oh, well, look at that. I was anticipating you struggling a little bit, but
I usually do.
So I'm just going to go ahead in here with the honey. Okay.
We go through quite a bit of honey. Ron drinks hot tea with his and has honey in it.
I really like honey on even just like chicken. Like just if I'm eating it, like instead of the sauce. I used to, when I was a kid, always get honey with like my chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
Well, I like honey mustard, but
I like just honey too.
Yeah.
All of it. So yeah, and then like I said, these are just cut up sweet pickles. Great for kind of again another sweet and savory type piece on your board. And there you have it. We got 2 different charcuterie boards.
Very nice. Okay, thank you, Taylor. That was
it's fun. I'm excited to dive in.
Yeah, dig in. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come back soon.
Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.